Okay, here we are. Another week of intense energy. It feels like we're constantly being pushed, doesn't it? We've had so much Piscean energy over the last month, and now the sun is ready. Well, it's already in a week of Aries, just about. It marks the beginning of the astrological new year. But even with all that fiery Aries energy, the Piscean fog is still hanging around us. And why? Because we have Mercury, we have Venus, both in retrograde, both backtracking into Pisces, and Neptune sitting right at 29 degrees of Pisces, the final degree. So this week, the air will be feeling lighter, and we'll be getting hints to move forward, if not outright shouts of giddy up and go, or on your market set go. But it's a bit of a balancing act as we walk into the week. So are we ready to dive in with that Aries energy, or should we perhaps sit with this Piscean fog just a little bit longer and prepare for the next shifts? We'll have our solar eclipse on the 29th. In what amazes me is that it's in Aries. Of all years to have the Aries solar eclipse. So it is a perfect time to start thinking about what we want to plant. And knowing that the seeds that we plant today will take time to grow. This week we have action and we have reflection, and they're happening really at the same time. So we may feel the urge to move forward, but there's also that pull back for reflection and clarity and preparation, building the foundation to build upon what's coming. And I think if we try to rush it, we'll miss out on some of the most important insights there are. So let's take a peek at each day so we can plan our week to match the energy. Okay, Monday. There's just no rest. The sun conjuncts Mercury. So Monday, the energy is about gaining insight, but we have to remember Mercury is retrograde. So it's not a time to push for immediate answers or clarity. The sun conjunct Mercury usually brings in this clarity of thoughts and communication. Things are highlighted for us. In a retrograde, it wants us to revisit. It wants us to reflect, to review instead of charging forward. So if we're feeling that pull to make decisions or to express our thoughts, I would recommend taking a step back first. Mercury retrograde is inviting us to slow down, to make sure that we're aligned with what we really want, what we really need before we go forward. So it's a great time to revisit old ideas, messages, projects. What needs revisiting? What conversations need to be had again, or a continuation? Was the ending really an ending? Decisions from the past may need to be reworked or refined in some way. So we have to trust that the answers are coming, but for now, focus more on reviewing and gaining clarity. So that's where the sun is going to highlight what we need to look at. Okay, sit in meditation, journal, go for a walk out in nature. Tuesday, March the 25th. So on Tuesday, we have Mercury sextiling Pluto. So Mercury's a little busy at the beginning of the week here for us, isn't he? It's about digging deeper. Once again, though, Mercury is in retrograde, so it might be things we have missed or overlooked in the past that's now being highlighted for us. It's a perfect time for revisiting conversations, researching, reworking ideas, especially if they didn't come to some kind of fruition that you thought they would. And Pluto's influence, okay, that adds a layer of intensity and transformation to the mix. So while we're revisiting old ground, we're doing so with the potential for deep change. Mercury being retrograde, that suggests to me that the information or the insights we receive today may not come the way we expect. It could feel like pieces of a puzzle falling into place. helping us to understand something perhaps that was unclear or we didn't pay attention to it. So this is the time to pay attention. Pay attention to your intuitive thoughts, your messages, your hunches that arrive. Yeah, aha moments, little epiphanies. They'll probably hold important clues for us. And they're just meant for you. It's a time for transformation. It's a time to, time for transformation in the way we think and the way we communicate. We approach our challenges. So trust the process, okay, of going back over things. Sometimes the most powerful shifts come from reflecting on what we thought we already knew, because now we can see it in a new light. On Wednesday, Mars squares Chiron. Okay, so Wednesday's going to feel probably a little intense. That brings up old wounds, emotional triggers. It's a day to acknowledge where we might have felt exposed or maybe helpless to some degree, weak, defenseless. Especially when it comes to how we take action or how we try to move forward with confidence, okay? There could be a lot of frustration coming in here. We could become resentful towards something or someone or even ourselves. So be careful with this energy, because this energy is challenging us to take responsibility for our healing, to not let old patterns dictate our future actions. So it really is asking us to empower ourselves, to embrace the discomfort, to understand that it's here to allow us to grow, and so to walk a different path, to a different drumbeat, not repeating yourself in the same way that you would normally respond to something, act on something, say something. Okay, Thursday. Thursday is the day Venus goes back into Pisces. And when it does, it runs right into Neptune sitting at 29 degrees. So we have a conjunction there. So definitely a day of introspection, deep emotional depth. Venus retrogrades back into Pisces, so we're invited to revisit our relationships, our values, our money, our self-worth. We need to reflect on these things, to listen to our intuition as we review. And Venus and Neptune meet at the final degree of Pisces. So this is heightening our dreams, our desires, even romantic visions. Now be careful, okay? Rose-colored glasses are not allowed. We need to really be mindful as we reconnect with our heart center, our inner wisdom. Okay, this is definitely time to contemplate rather than decide on things that have to do with our relationship or our money. On Friday, the moon enters Aries, so we don't need to look any further. Gentlemen, start your engines, okay? After weeks, perhaps months of reflecting, releasing, working through that Piscean energy, we are now at a new chapter. We are on page 1. The moon in Aries brings a surge of boldness, action, energy. So now's the time. Now's the time to get focused. The race is about to begin, and we want to make sure that we're lined up for that first bold step. Absolutely. We have been preparing. The energy is shifting. And we've been holding back, okay, because we have been feeling this Aries energy. But we're waiting for the right moment. Well, guess what? The moment's arrived. The moon in Aries is urging us to get pumped up, to focus on what we want to create, to get into drive, get into gear for the solar eclipse tomorrow. This is our chance to put our dreams into motion. We need to do it with clarity. We need to make sure that we're focusing our energy in the right direction. So today is the day when we want to ask ourselves questions like, where do I actually want to go? What am I ready to bring to life, give birth to, create, step into? The energy will be bold, and it's here to carry us forward. So Let's get our minds aligned on a day like today, our intentions clear, our hearts in it, because tomorrow things are really going to take off. So Saturday, I don't even need to look. Solar eclipse in Aries. But I think, what's Mercury doing? Yeah, Mercury is retrograding back into Pisces, meeting Neptune at 29 degrees at the same time. So talk about intensity. This day is solid. It's solid. It's packed solid with intensity. A new moon solar eclipse in Aries brings this powerful reset, a chance to plant our seeds for the future. And the eclipse marks a moment of new beginnings, bold actions, fresh starts, but we're not rushing. Okay, this energy will be guiding us over the next 6 months. This is the time to reflect on what we want to manifest and ensure that we are in alignment with our truest dreams. And then we will be ready to take that bold step forward. Okay, but at the same time, Mercury retrogrades back into Pisces, connects with Neptune. So deepening our intuitive insights, absolutely, our connection to the spiritual. So it's a potent moment for silent reflection. If there was only one day that you were going to go within and sit in silence and contemplate things, this would be the day for it. Okay, and a reminder, yeah, trust the process, okay? The answers will come, but in their own time. And then Sunday, final day of March the 30th. Is there March 31st? Gosh, I haven't even looked that far ahead on the calendar. But I'm having a lot of fun. Neptune. Neptune enters Aries. It's finally here. Neptune, our planet of dreams and spirituality and intuition, is leaving the comfort of its home in Pisces and charging into Aries. This isn't just another transit. This is a once in a lifetime shift that is generational, but it's also, we'll feel it at a very personal level as well. It'll change the way we dream and how we create and how we connect with our spiritual purpose, especially. Neptune has been dreaming deeply in Pisces for the last 14 years. And now, as it enters Aries, the fog lifts. We're ready to act. We're no longer simply reflecting and dreaming about what could be. We're now called to step up and create it. Neptune in Aries will ignite our fire. It'll push us to take risks. It will help us to break boundaries. It'll allow us to act upon our visions, our dreams, our desires, our goals. This is the time to go for it, to dream big, but also to back those dreams up with action. Neptune's energy in Pisces was about inner visions, introspection, spiritual growth. But now that it's in Aries, it's time to forge ahead. Our dreams are no longer just fantasy. They are becoming our mission. Are you ready to step into your power? Are you ready to do it with all your heart? Bring your dreams into the real world? Neptune in Aries is a game changer. The next 14 years will be all about embracing our individuality, following our intuition, and charging forward toward the life we want to create. The fog is lifting, and the clarity is here to fuel our action. Now, as I say that, know that Neptune will move back into Pisces to finish off some loose ends, take care of some business, put some real closure on a few things, but then it'll move back into Aries and stay in Aries for 14 years, okay? So, yeah, so as we close the week, let's bring it all to a standstill here. We're on the edge of something big. It's a time to take stock of the energy. And yeah, as we walk through the days ahead, the energy that pushes us towards action, it still asks us for a balance within reflection and preparation. The week begins with new beginnings, but also it asks us to heal, to bring in clarity. And Aries energy is urging us to act, to get aligned with our true desires before we make a move. So it is a week of keeping a balance. Keep that in mind. Where bold action and careful preparation finally come together. Remember, there is no rush, But there's also no holding back. The time is right. And I'll be here each and every day where we'll expand on each day and we'll look at the numerology. We'll pull some cards in order to gain more clarity, insight, to guide us successfully down our paths. Now, I come back at some point this week. Not sure which. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to do the next couple of videos yet. But I'm going to try. But I'm really running out of time here. But I'm amazed that I got this far. And I'm very proud of myself for doing that. Because I've never been able to successfully do that yet. Anyways. So I always try for you guys. But sometimes I just miss the mark slightly. So soon I'll be back to tell you about my travels and all the wonderful things that I experienced. And I'm sure you've seen me, in a short video or something over the last little bit. But as you move towards the weeks ahead with me, hopefully, we'll find that clarity. Okay? We'll find that clarity will emerge more and more as we step forward with more purpose, confidence, and being in alignment. So let's prepare, let's reflect, let's trust that the answers will come. And please take time to subscribe to stay in tune with every shift, okay? You won't miss a video that way. We'll walk through this path together. Leave a heart or a thumbs up in the comments if you're liking the format. Okay, let me know, please. If this is working for you, if it brings you that extra heads up or the guidance to walk your path with more clarity, with more love. And remember, your voice matters. So yeah, share your thoughts, your experiences. I love it when you do that. Let's continue the conversation in the comments. So until next time, stay grounded, stay focused, keep moving forward, and remember, until we meet again, I do love you.